Hello everyone, I'm Lesley Ormsby, kia ora koutou katoa, and welcome from here in New Zealand. So I was going to stop that, but then it's like I am working on changing my introduction, and it's like what I practice is like what I thought I was going to do is not how it's come out. So I'm just going to leave it as it is. So there may be something going on with you, Libra, because this is for you, this reading, this energy forecast. The messages that are coming through are for you now. Okay, so anyway, welcome Libra to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much to those of you who have subscribed to my channel. I really appreciate your support and helping me to grow my channel through the subscription, through subscribing, liking, or giving me a thumbs up, or leaving a comment. It all helps to put the energy out there and for YouTube to recognize it, and how it just allows me to do other things on my channel, to be able to be put out more content which is free, to tap into. Anyway, once again, thank you. And also to those of you who have come across me on Facebook that are watching this this video too. Thank you so much to those of you who have also liked and followed my page. That's I really do appreciate your support in that way too. So thank you. Anyway, Libra. So I just want to remind everybody that these are general reads or messages that are coming through, and I do every astrological sign that there is, out there. So like I say, and these are weekly ones that I'm doing right now. So I do them monthly and weekly as well. And weekly ones are just like a follow-up, touch base sort of a thing, check-in sort of messages for you to help keep that momentum going throughout the month. Okay. Anyway, let's go. Where are we going? So I have some new guides that are coming through, hence this change in the way and this that I'm doing things now. And it's like I'm going through this transition phase, like as you are too. So I just want to say too that you will hear me talk like I, we, or something like that. And and even I am not in Libra, but I'm a Gemini. So because I'm empathic and that's my strongest sense, and I have my mediumship and the psychic side of it as well, which is kind of all combined in an intuitive side. But so you will hear me talking about as if I am you, Libra. So, and that's why you will hear me say I, we. So, and then some of it, like I will point out whether it's actually my stuff or not anyway. So going on saying that as well. So there may be something like that is actually going on with you why I am like describing that or talking about that as well in the beginning. And that may be a theme where there's this transitional space where you are in, well, not all of you, of course, because it may not resonate with you, what is going, or you may be resisting this transition. So like I just want to say also, if it does resonate, that's wonderful. If it doesn't, then don't throw it right out. Just put it aside, because it may be something that is unfolding in the next week or two, or you might be just coming into it. Some of you this message will be like you might be right in it now, and it may be just really good clarification for you as to how you're moving through it, and for you. And others of you may have that intuitive feeling like like you're coming up to something or coming into something, and it's coming up. So it may be a little bit more of clarification of what your intuition is telling you. Okay, so, and giving you a little bit of a heads up. Cool. Interesting, isn't it, how that works? So just moving that back into, so there may be something where you are delivering messages in some way, or you've been inclined to feel like talking to people in a different way, to share some information with them. Not so much, not necessarily in a reading sort of a way like how I'm doing, but it may be like it may be that you are a counselor of some sorts, or you may be somewhere in management where you're needing to filter down some information, but having a think about how you're going to do that. And it may be that you are, for some of you out there, you're even within a relationship where you are really feeling like you're needing or requiring, I'm hearing like requiring to communicate some information to somebody, whether it be someone in the family, whether it be someone in your workplace, your business, could be a business partner, could be and someone in your relationship, could be your spouse, it could be your children, or a member of the family, or somewhere in a community group that you're in, whatever it is. It's like, I feel like there's something that is coming out, and it's been or that needs to come out, or needs to be discussed, is what I'm hearing. And it's being honest and truthful with yourself as well, and honoring yourself and sharing the information, but it's just being mindful how you deliver it, basically, okay? Because it's like, because what they're hearing is it'll come across, how you deliver it will be, people are going to receive it in whatever way they're going to, but it depends on how you deliver it as to, the intensity or not of how that person is going to receive it. And also you receive receive the feedback. So there's a two-way thing going on there. It's like listening to what is coming to you, but also so there's that receiving and that giving of information as well. So there's a two-way thing going on there. And why they're doing that is because sometimes the energy behind it can change the whole outcome of something. If you've got the wrong energy, or if you've got the wrong energy behind it for what you're wanting to achieve, it's like, it's going to change the whole dynamics of the outcome that you're actually looking for. So it's being mindful of it, and it's like looking at what is the outcome that you're looking for. So if you're going to go in with an ego sort of attitude, like a bullshit sort of an ego attitude, like you know it all and that sort of thing, and you're in control of it, and that's it, and not really going in there, with a if you're going in with that sort of ego attitude, it's not going to come out with the best possible results. But then if you're going to go in with the ego attitude, in the sense that you're going to go with there in all mousy and not actually put across what it is that you really want to say. So the flip side of the ego, where that you start to go into like the self-sabotageal side of things. I don't know if that's a word, anyway, it just come out. Or lack of confidence sort of thing, and not, so it's like going in there with a balanced frame of, and what is your intention of what you're wanting to get out there, and the message, whether it's to like one or two people, one person. Could be to yourself, like I love and approve of myself in the mirror sort of stuff as well, actually, come to think of it. Or whether it's a group of people where you're wanting to reach and pass on a message. Okay, cool. Get through. So that seems to be like the theme of it. So anyway, we'll see what comes up. So I have these energy oracle cards that have come up. That Spirit are looking at, wanting me to like check to use. And so while I've been in the background, while I've been doing this kōrero to you, I'm in my mind when I'm shuffling, it's I'm connecting with the energy of Libra and asking Libra what you most need to know right now, and that is beneficial for you to help you through this time, this next week, because when I say weekly, it could be, I'm not stamping it like it will just be a week, but that's what the initial intention is. However, they are open because I have myself listened to other people's readings. It's just popped up and I've listened to it. It's like, you know what, I really needed to hear that right now. So you could be hearing this a year from the day that I've made this, which is on the 16th of Tuesday, the 16th of June 2020, and it will make perfect sense to you then. And it could be somebody else might watch it like a month later, and you may actually watch this again later on in a couple of weeks and think, oh yeah, that's what I remember. I went through that now. So it'd be a little bit of like confirmation for you. Okay. So Oh, okay, so the first card out is 10. Storm warning. Whoa, there's a big black storm coming up there. So, and anyway, you may be right in that storm at the moment. And storms are really good because they clean shit out. They bring things to the fore that we've been like banking up, or that's all backed up, to release it. So you may be at that space, which is why that corridor, what I was talking about before in the beginning, is about being mindful about, or being aware of what it is that you're saying, how it is you're delivering it, and also what the sort of, and the response that you may get back from it. So that's what it is. It's because it's looking, what is the outcome that you're wanting to see and receive, and, and receive. It's interesting, I said, receive, from that. So, and it's number 10. So there is something that's come to an end, or come to an end, or really coming to an end for some of you, which is like, and sometimes when I hear the storm, it's sometimes, unfortunately, we wait for a storm to happen, or there's all this tension that builds up, and then the shit hits the fan. In this sense, it's the lightning and the storm, as everything's been brewed up, and it's like now you've got to, it's like you've come to like a point where you've got to make a decision, or you've got to like say something in order to like get for something to come to an end. And that's so because 1 is about a new beginning, and 0 is, a new beginning, okay, 1 or rebirth. And it could be like something about just your perception and the way that you see things. It's like, oh my God, I've got to like change the way I do shit, I've got to change the way that, because it doesn't feed my soul, anymore. And doing that, so it's like at some point we've got to like allow ourselves to move through it, accept it, that whatever it is we've outgrown, and move on from it. Okay, release it, so we can allow ourselves to move in the direction where that feeds our soul, that nurtures our heart, that nurtures our mind, that nurtures our energy, and all that sort of thing. So without being angry, or just without any of that anger, it's just love. Okay, and a love-based thing. And I feel like that's what there's a lot of this is for a lot of you out there, and and also, out there, it's like going through, there's no resentment, no, it's okay, it is what it is, or it was what it was, and that's how it is. And it's not saying that you're pushing it away or anything, or you're suppressing it. It's like going in there and looking at it and allowing it to be, because it really truly is what it is, or it was what it was, at the end of the day. And there's nothing we can do about that. What we can do about it, though, is how we choose to live with it, how we choose to move forward with it without going back there and, making or creating the same shit, crap, or, that was before. Instead of that, looking for the stuff that we've created that is like, and using those tools and those times that we've created to like move forward with things and get things done. So it's looking for the joy or the sweetness in life, because there's it's interesting, that one. So there's something that is coming, a new beginning that's come there. So 10 is something that's come to an end, or will come to an end sometime in the near future, because this is in your weekly one. And we've actually, which is interesting, because this card came out now because we do have a full moon coming up on this Sunday, the 21st of June. 2020, and it's quite a major one. I believe there's another, they call it the Ring of Fire or something like that, which is really interesting. So there's something, big that's coming up. So I feel there's, I think there's another eclipse or something like that that's coming with that. So so there's a lot of major energy, or major things that have, or major energy, major things that are coming up for you to release by then. So we are, which means we're into this moon, waning moon phase, which means it is a good time to wrap up old projects, bring closure to conflicts around you, within you, in your circle of friends and family. So you need to close it out, sort it, let it go, release some of the things that you've been holding on to for too long, okay, or all of them, whatever it is that you need to release for now, it's a good time, because we've actually had, like this month is, I think there's 3 in this month, so, or coming through this month, and especially through Gemini, it's like really, and I'm a Gemini, God, there's a really powerful month for everybody, not just Geminis, okay. everybody. So it's making those some moves for you. So definitely. So it could be like you may be already sensing, or you could be already in this storm already. So whatever it is. So definitely some new beginnings there. So hooray! Like moving on into next week. So what a powerful week this is going to be yet again, and a powerful month yet again of shifting, stuff, and remembering not only the stuff that the negative stuff, but also the good stuff as well. So Spirit, I wouldn't be surprised if Spirit are bringing you like bits and pieces that they're either pulling out of you, or just popping in your mind. Not, like I say, not just the stuff that you need to let go of, but also the stuff that you need to remember as well, and not just the like. Okay, I'm using the word negative because it seems to be that's the only word that's coming through them, or stuff that hasn't served us, okay, or stuff that there's been running away from and not dealing with, but also the stuff that's been, like good in your life. Then, they may be dropping some of those thoughts and, to balance the energy. So when you're going through this transition cycle, you're like, that's what your focus is the reward is remembering that actually, this is something in the past that I've just like, that's linked to me, that I've just brought along to help guide me to figure it out, like other bits and pieces in my life, to let go of it. And it's like time to let go of whatever is like attached, what you've attached yourself or linked to at the moment, that's like coming up. Okay. And also, because I'm just saying there's a whole lot of like good things, or things that have, come up that have been, productive or loving or joyous and that sort of thing, that to look at, that they've brought to you to focus on, or brought to you to remember as well, not just the other things as well. And how that, what was the recipe you did in there, okay? Not so much about recreating that, but it's like using that same sort of recipe to that energy to push you forward, to draw into, to take you forward into the future. Okay, cool. So the next card that came out is woman holding a coin. So, and she's number 42 in the deck. So 4 is about security, and directions and foundation. So that draws me to, the base chakra, the root chakra, with that, because that's what the root chakra is all about, is that financial security, stability, but also for family security, stability, and being anchored in that, and knowing that actually everything is all right and you're grounded in it, to ground yourself while you're going through that, because it's like that anchors you into that, that conscious knowing of who you are as well, but in that connection to Mother Earth as well, because I'm just bringing through that. So I'm not sure exactly where this energy, where this message is going to in this way, because I'm just like channeling or chanting away there with some of the light being energy that is with me today, which I forgot to mention earlier on as well. So they're just bringing that in now, and connecting and grounding in that, because knowing that you are safe and secure, that you are capable of building and creating, or building, building or onto what it is that you have got, and shifting the energy, or shifting things to add on to it, or recreate, or create and rebuild, or something like that for you. But I'm just hearing like they're just like they're working and getting us to like cut out the word rebuilding, because it's like you're not going backward, you're going forward. So you're building a new future. You're building a future, okay, from this point onwards, is where what they're wanting to, what they're talking about here, okay. Because they're talking about the word, that in this instance is being like recreating or rebuilding, is like keeping that stuckness from the past in there. So it's like, letting go of the and just creating and looking forward, moving, creating what it is from here forward as to what you're wanting to have, and give in your life. Okay, cool. So anyway, they're going back, for some reason they're going back to that. this card again, obviously, because it's the one that's come out. So there are some interesting, I said obviously, though there are some obvious things in there for you to look at within yourself. Could be somebody else that that is holding the purse strings and what not, or thinks they do, that you may be like feeling that. So there may be some sort of financial thing that's going on where with somebody else and or yourself, where it's like you're maybe wanting to move forward or move on or move out, or outside of the space where you are, but feeling restricted in the sense that maybe, even though you're thinking, you're saying, yeah, I can, it's okay, I've got this, I could do it. But there's some sort of, in your mind, you may be going back there where you're not wanting to, it's like being, having that sense of security, and you're building on that and you're working with that for the future. If you're, whatever decision that you're wanting to do, or, where you're wanting to go in your life. So I feel like for some of you, there may be somebody, a female energy that is holding the purse strings, or you're thinking, in the back, it's like that belief system of that they are holding the purse strings. So it's creating you, but actually they're bringing it back to like you hold the purse strings. So to your future, and anchor yourself into that. Because you are the master of who you are the creator of who you are going to be, who you will be, but who you are as well. And going forward in the now, in this moment, in the now, and as you walk forward as well. So it's going out. I feel like they're bringing in that manifestation sort of thing. It's like being in the now, that you have got the purse strings, that everything is there. We've just got to take that step forward and trust, have faith that it is going to work out. And, and what these ideas that you're going, but it's like setting it up. So there may be some research to do. There may be some steps that you need to take before, and not just like impulsively jump out there and do it, but it's like taking those steps to make it happen, taking that action, to get things moving. So it will happen. Okay, and therefore it may happen sooner than you think, or it may happen like a little bit, when you've got the date timeline that you're wanting to do it, or a little bit after. Okay, so it's leaving the door open to how that happens, but it's definitely about allowing yourself to be the one that holds the purse strings. So there may be something because it's 2 is about relationships, and number 42. So it could be that there's, with that foundational stuff, it's with relationship with yourself and money, how money works for you, and how you bring in your money. And it could be that too, like there may be someone that you have a relationship with. It could be a mother, partner, a family, another family member, or something, that it may be that's there as well. So it's whatever it is for you, it's like this is about your power. This is about you being in your power, in your energy, and how it's going to be for you with that foundational stuff. Okay, and grounding. Okay, it's cool. Oh, what did we just talk about? Interesting. Strategy. Isn't that cool? And so number 21 in there. So definitely 2, because 2 is about relationships for me. So someone's either coming in, or we're going, or you maybe there are changes, or someone's moving out, or away out of your energy, away from your energy, or distancing themselves from you, or whatever, or you're the one that's doing that. But there's a new beginning within that relationship. So, but it could be like a new beginning, and because 2 is about, relationships, like I just said. And it's really about how we relate to others and them to us, which goes back to how, that kōrero, that talk in the beginning, what the message in the beginning there is about, like, how we're delivering and receiving messages from others. Okay. So it's, because it needs to be clear and concise is what they're hearing. So the strategy here, so there's some sort of new beginning in the way that you are maybe seeing that, working with it, or somebody's coming in to a partnership, could be a friend, or a workmate that's coming into your space, whatever that is for you. So that's pretty cool, or into your family as well. So there's some sort of strategy. They're talking about strategy with whatever it is that you're working on in there. Cool. As you either exit, move, or move into, or whatever it is, creating for yourself, whatever that is. That's pretty cool how that came out. So I'm just going to quickly pull a card out of here. But, oh, geez. Now, I just want to let you know that I have shuffled these cards well before I have begun each video. And it's like, so that was a quick shuffle, and I'm going to take it because it's about generosity and strength, and it's the Queen of Wands. And there's a lot of energy there that Queen of Wands has. So she is a very generous woman, energy, and has a lot of strength. However, I do feel there is, it's like, but there's something, a sense of vulnerability there that I'm feeling with you, with some of you, but not all of you, of course, but it's like visiting that. But she's worked with that energy, because they're about energy, about passion, about, motivation, and about, gosh, I'm hearing more of those words, because they're also very spiritual as well as the wands, the fire signs rather, which are the wands. As well. So she's very passionate. She's very fiery, this woman that's sitting in this throne. I feel like it could be a woman, a fire energy that's around you, that's in there, that's with you, that's connected to these relationships here. It could be also you. There may be an Aries fire sign in you, in one of your other signs. So it could be that you're wanting, that's something that you to bring into your own energy, about finding that fire within you, as far as creating what it is that you want, passion about what you're wanting to do, not so much about what everybody else wants you to do or thinks you should do, or what society thinks you should do or whatever. But it's like coming back to the strategizing actually, how you're going to move with this beautiful energy, with this Queen of Wands. But she's like sitting there, and I feel like she'll, there's something that's coming up where you'll understand what that's all about, and that you've got all this. You are a generous person, and there is a lot of, and you do have the strength, but there's a sense of letting out, being vulnerable, allowing yourself to be vulnerable in this change of this energy, so you can release whatever it is that you need to release for you, okay? In that sense. Cool. Okay. But see, like, she's got the lines there that are grounding her, that are anchoring her there. So, and they're watching out. So just knowing that you're well protected when you do that, as you do that, okay? So these three cards out, which I wasn't going to pull out. I just found myself shuffling. So you might just find yourself doing something. It's like, oh, I never thought I'd be doing that. But there you go. Anyhow, these three cards fell out. So I feel like they tell the story all together. So first of all, there's the Star, which is in an upside down or reverse position. So the Star in the tarot is, well, that's right. I forgot to tell you these other tarot deck that I'm using. And it's the Juliet Sharman Burke deck that I'm using here. And anyway, the Star is about hope and inspiration. So I've turned it up the correct way. So there's something about there is, keeping that hope and that inspiration alive. Not just within you, but that's kind of where I feel like your journey is like, similar to mine, is about, and somebody else's, but the people that you connect with will be able to understand that hope and that inspiration, that journey that you've been going through to help others to go through, okay? So there's something that's coming that's, and I feel like you'll get some real signs. It's just going through this whole process here. And you'll see what that is, and where you're able to receive and see that hope and inspiration that you've put up there for the manifestations that you're wanting to come, you're working with, and also you're showing others, it's like you're leading the way with others and how you did it, and how you do it. So I do feel like, and then the next one is the Two of Pentacles. And with that hope, it's about finding balance too. I'm seeing balance and being grounded as well. But see that vulnerability there? She's naked, opening yourself, feeling of being free and that sort of thing. So the next part is like change and versatility is what these coins is. So there's something in the background. Yes, there is some riches in the background, something, and and abundance in the background, prosperity with those two ships out there. But there is some sort of change and versatility, because when you may be balancing you know, the money side of things at the moment when you're strategizing. That may be something where the coins or the money may be getting like balanced, or, you know, they may be robbing from Peter to pay Paul for a little bit, or you may be just needing to be mindful about what you are spending your money on. So in some of you, it may be this shit that you, as you go through, you will be juggling money basically, okay? But just in the background, there's two ships that are in the sea. The sea is calm, but there is good stuff to come, okay? So it's like there's something, and there is good stuff there already. It's like seeing it as it is there. And then we have the Eight of Pentacles. So whatever it is that you're moving into, there's something about you maybe learning new skills, okay? Or growing the skills that you already know about and adding to it. So, which is going to be new skills and ideas as well. For some of you, I feel like you may be teaching some people some new skills as well, which is going to bring you in some money, okay? May not happen overnight with the learning of the new skills, because some of you may be going into study. Some of you may be like still working and going into study or learning something else to bring it together. And in the meantime, maybe decreasing to part-time instead of full-time. So you're having two flows of income until as you transition and progress into going to something where you want. Others of you will be just going bam. You know, it's like strategizing and then like setting things up before going into something, okay? Anyway, I'm going to leave it there because there is so much energy and it's so fracking amazing. Yeah. Anyway, that's it for now. So if you want to book a reading and get a little bit more in-depth knowledge about it, about what's going on for you, my description, my details are in the description box below this video, and so you can contact me through there. So anyway, have an amazeballs week and lots of love, peace, harmony and joy, excitement and adventure that my guides and I are going to leave with you and out to you. So you have a great week, and we'll see you next Wednesday. Bye for now.